a part of an attempt was the largest Zumba class, which happened 2 years ago. So it wasn't exercising my mind, but it was exercising my coordination. And I think it was broken. We did hold the record for about the space of 24 hours. And it was immediately broken by another university that had a better attempt. So I was actually born and raised in, let me see if I can adjust this more. Yeah. I was born and raised a few miles away from the IBM, what's now the IBM campus in the Research Triangle Park. And so for those of you from IBM who've actually visited that area, it's really a melting pot of people, of experiences, of perspectives, and so forth. So it was a wonderful place to grow up, and I really didn't appreciate that, that was very different and really probably pushed me to feel very comfortable in interdisciplinary environments, and that's really been the underlying theme for my career. I love being in situations where there are people who have very different perspectives. When I go to conferences, I purposely sit in on meetings that aren't in my own technical area of expertise because I feel it will be a nugget that I can hear that is from a totally different angle and something that I wouldn't learn in my own particular area. I'm a biomedical engineer by training. My family's from New Zealand, and so another thing I was very fascinated about was languages. The Southern language, it does not match the New Zealand language, and it doesn't match the language surrounding the Research Triangle Park. So I was always studying people and studying the differences and the subtleties and the not so subtleties between languages as well. And again, I think in hindsight, that's what really made me feel very comfortable in interdisciplinary environments. So I worked my graduate advisor at Clemson University was an inventor of hundreds of the patents that are on the market for absorbable materials, and you heard a little bit about that from Carol this morning. He worked for Ethicon for many, many years and he's the inventor of record for most of the absorbable sutures that are on the market. And he was a chemist, and I was being trained as an engineer. So again, I was attracted to that type of environment because I had very different perspectives that were surrounding me. I wasn't in an engineering-only environment. There were veterinarians, there were animal scientists, and that to me was just amazing. And again, I probably didn't appreciate it for what it was. I went on and did a postdoctoral fellowship at a hospital working for the chief of surgical oncology at Carolinas Medical Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. And he was interested in having an engineer embedded in a clinical environment and an environment that had life scientists. There were no engineers. And again, to me, this was fun because we were able to work together and really play off of each other's strengths when no one person was the expert. And that really launched my faculty career in technology. So the first technology that I was involved in developing was a replacement tissue for women who had had a mastectomy or a lumpectomy. And so they had to